everyone, it's me, Carol from Practical Mystic. Thanks for joining me as we continue the third and last of the master numbers. We now come to 33-6. And in all of my years of doing readings for clients, for family, and for friends, I have only come across 133-6. And at the time, the individual was probably in it was a gentleman in his 40s, and I had to contribute a lot of what was being revealed as that transitional period in everyone's life, those 40s, 41, 42, when we have a lifestyle change, transition. Yet, he certainly vibrated to the highest potential of his lesser octave, which was number 6. So I have yet to meet a 33-6 who is vibrating at that level. Now, I also wanted to say that a lot of the potentials and qualities of the 33-6 vibration is also similar to those of universal laws when an individual decides that they are going to embark on a spiritual journey of self-awareness and higher learning. And the main essence is the importance of understanding the power of our mind. So we know that our thoughts create our reality. That's a universal law. And where we are today is probably the results of the thoughts and the beliefs we held in our mind. The second thing that we learn on any spiritual journey is if you change your mind, you seem to change your life. And everything around us also magically changes. People, work, situations, ideas. And then the other one that mirrors the potential of the 33-6, the importance of that vibration is becoming aware of your thoughts before you take action. And you reflect on it, and you find that sometimes you want to change your mind before you say or do the next step in the process of living and being an individual. So a lot of that is kind of self-explanatory for those of us who are on that spiritual journey. So let's look at that master number 33-6 and the information that I have for you here. Let's make sure it's in the monitor, and it is. Excellent. We could put that over here. Here are some keywords for this number: vision, sensitivity, self-consciousness. This master number is here to teach compassion, understanding, perseverance, and spirituality. It is the master teacher. Now, the two previous master numbers, 11, 22, and they are all in the 33. And until you have learned to conquer and understand what 11 or 22 energies are, you don't become a 33. So you have the positive qualities of the previous numbers, and you also have the challenges of the previous numbers that you're working with. Those born with the Life Path Master 33-6 usually experience hardship, family difficulties, feelings of inadequacy, emotional disappointments, and many become disheartened over time. This is to make you open to wanting to seek something better than what you are experiencing, to give you the knowledge of going through these adversities so that you can say, I've walked in your shoes, to maybe break down the ego, to open you up to a greater awareness of the meaning of life and your purpose here at this time. There's a reason for all of this. Some of this is also due to their high standards, their issues of perfectionism. These are all woven around a self-conscious, very sensitive individual who is a 33 or even a life path number 6. The vibrational force of 33-6 and its planetary influences are as followed. I'm also going to be showing you a tarot card that's related to all this. Let's begin by saying in the Pythagorean triangle, the number 3 corresponds to the planet Mars. But before I get in that, let me go back, because I talk so much about the mind and the power of the mind, because in the Pythagorean triangle, the 3, 6, and 9 are the mind, the 2, 5, 8 are the soul, the emotions, and the 1, 4, 7 is your grounding, your foundation, your physical body, your makeup. So if we have a 33, 6 in the mind, then we know that the 33 also has to consider other before it considers self. And the 33-6 also needs to have universal love, emotions, centeredness before he has, before and looks at his beliefs, his structure, what his foundation was as he was growing up, as he was learning. Do they need to be reformed because the foundation may have been built on misgivings or false beliefs? So the 369, if you look at it that way, from all the head, the thinking that we're talking about, change your mind, change your life, really fall into place as the lessons of the 33-6. So let's continue. The double threes of the master number 33 corresponds to the higher octave of Mars, which is Pluto. Now, Pluto is an outer planet. It's also called the transcendental planet, and it affects, yes, the consciousness of the individual in his personal horoscope, but the 3 outer planets also affect the collective, the masses, because they're generational. They move so slow that many generations have the same placement in their charts. So Pluto-Mars gives the individual qualities, very strong qualities, to initiate, govern, and if necessary, the power to reform and transform one's objective. Now, the lower octave of the master 33 is number 6. And again, you're going to vibrate to this once in a while. Nothing wrong with that. And it is ruled by Venus. Here, it brings in the qualities of love, harmony, and the urge to expand and go beyond. The individual has strong social urges with interest in what one values and the interconnections between himself and other. Remember where the 3 is in the Pythagorean triangle. There are some numerologists who take the qualities of number 6 Venus and add the higher octave of that planet, which is Neptune, to greater consideration. They contribute that the master number 33-6 vibrates under Neptune. Neptune is another transpersonal planet. With this higher Neptunian vibration, there is an expansion of consciousness. Neptune is the gateway to the mysterious realms outside the mundane world. This is where we have to also be cautious and look at the whole chart, because Neptune also has a shadow side. Now, some 33/6 life path individuals have a second sight, allowing them to tap into information outside the range of the five senses. Many possessing this powerful, multifaceted vibration find it difficult to balance and master the full potential of this energy. Most have to continually monitor and be aware of how the ego is dominant in the beginning and affects personality and has influence over the emotions. Absolutely. Often, without them even being aware, they exude a grandiose martyr complex without them being aware. So some of them don't realize the energy that others pick up, or the manner in which they are going about conducting their life, their authority, their knowledge, and their wisdom. Where am I? Okay, right here. Numerologists believe life path number 33s have come to serve mankind through large groups, institutions, whose primary aim is to relieve the suffering of humanity on Earth. Individuals with this life path number have talent and abilities for music, art, writing, dance, and all expressions of beauty. Many work and apply themselves in the field of education, consultants, directors, and this is important from the perspective to improve. And if necessary, going back to the planet Pluto, eliminate or restructure. And this is in the field of agriculture, this is in the field scientific endeavors, and also medically. So you can see how they are here to really improve and help humanity in every aspect of life. Some are more inclined to work in areas of law, justice, and big government. Finally, they are increasingly numbers of this life path working in the new varying modalities of healing the body-mind. At its highest, this master number vibration has a Christ-like consciousness whose focus and purpose is to serve others. This is important, and sacrifice one's own desires in this lifetime. Tall order, I understand. Now, with all of the master numbers, there are lessons to be learned and acquired and conquered, and here are the ones for this number. Our journey in life is to become conscious of what lies unconscious within us. And this is especially true for those with this life path. Now, here symbolically is what the interpretation of, you guessed it, card number 6, the Lovers. What this says here, our journey in life is to become conscious of what lies unconscious within us. Here it is in the Lovers. The male, known as consciousness, looks to the female. She is known as unconscious and has to address everything in the unconscious before we are able to go to the superconsciousness, the divinity, which is what we are seeing the unconscious represented by the female looking to. So it is a step-by-step process of doing a lot of work for the individual and what the Lovers card indicates. So we embark upon a path of self-discovery, working to quiet the mind and to trust the subtle urges of the heart, the love. Letting go of any oppositions the mind creates to take back control. Now, the mind again is the ego. So the ego does not want you to go to a higher source. It wants to remain in operation, in control, the personality self. Now, there is a need to get in touch with painful feelings. These are all lessons. Learn to communicate and express them openly without fear of being, number one, rejected, that you feel flawed or imperfect. Become less affected by others' criticism, personal indifferences, or lack of appreciation for what you are trying to do. To view life from a higher perspective with an understanding it is made up of both light and darkness. Evolution is reflected by the lessons and teachings we encounter as we live life, seeing each circumstance as an opportunity to learn, and as a 33, be confident to teach. Now, here are some insights. The 33-6 personality needs to feel supported by those close to them. Absolutely. It is a family-oriented number, and you can see here the 6-pointed star having to do with individuality, the whole self. They thrive when home and work life are and maintain harmony, autonomy, and respect. They are sympathetic and compassionate to the needs of their community or where they are affiliated. It must be understood that the 33 master teacher vibrates, it must be understood that the 33 master teacher vibration must work through and resolve their own deeply rooted conflict, which are usually centered around feelings of inferiority, unhealthy relationships, and fear of rejection. Some will sustain adverse condition in order to keep the peace and or bring unwanted attention to themselves. These are learned behaviors. They're also coping mechanisms. It is said that once the heart center is balanced, they become excellent healers, counselors, and instructors. As this vibration has a very sensitive and fine-tuned nature, they must remember to detach themselves to outcome and those they help, teach, and serve. Do not be attached to whatever the outcome of or the performance of an individual that you've assisted. The 33 master number vibration's purpose is to teach the philosophy and doctrines of the ancient masters as they work through their own levels of spiritual growth, acceptance, and understanding. Like the planet Pluto, they transform and then regenerate into its vibration. At this juncture, they become a master teacher, able to teach from the higher self and bring unconditional love to all. Thanks everyone for joining me. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to hear your comments. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.